Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kodesh, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles and bishops and evangelists of Great Millstone, to the Akim Akraf, throughout the four corners of the earth, holding on in sincerity and in truth and diligence of mind to the gospel of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua in these days and times. This brother Menashe DC Camp, short lesson for the hopeful elect. So this lesson is all about going back to the simple basic of this gospel. It's basically fine-tuning your foundation, fine-tuning your faith. All right, that's exactly what we do on a daily basis. All right, so you just got to be prudent. All right, to manage your affairs in this ministry. All right, you're constantly examining yourself, and you know what you do wrong, and then if you miss it, hey, it's always a brother, you know, that would guide you, towards fine-tuning those inefficiencies that need to be worked on. All right, so that's what this ministry is all about. It's all about fine-tuning the things, tuning your spirit. Your spirit has to be in tune with the word of the Lord, Hamashiach Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kadash. All right, your faith has to be in tune, just like you have the tuning fork, to gauge the frequency at which object can vibrate. You gotta be on the same wavelength, all right, as the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua is, the same wavelength as He has set His Holy Spirit to operate. So you know exactly what's expected of you. You have to listen, you have to listen to that song, that new song, all right. That's what you're tuning your spirit to, all right. So you're tuning your spirit to receive that signal. And Psalm 15, right, the whole chapter guides you. It's your spiritual compass. These are just the basic principles you have to remember on a daily basis. Because brothers always talk about how to be brotherly. And this precept, of this whole chapter, Psalms 15, it really helps. If you're in a bad zone, you're sad and upset and stressed out, hey, just read Psalm 15. It reminds you of what the Lord has called you to do. So without much speech, just get straight to the point. Psalm 15:1 says, Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? All right, so who is going to be part of the Lord's congregation? All right, who is going to be able to partake of this fellowship that the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua has called us unto? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? All right, so these are questions, that we have to constantly ask ourselves. We have to constantly examine. All right, so how do you qualify, for such a privilege, a great opportunity to abide in the secret place of the Most High? All right, verse 2 says, He that walketh uprightly and walketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart. And that's what it is. That's what it is. He that walketh uprightly and walketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart. All right. So this basically lets you know about the law, man. Your conduct, your mindset. You're based on the reality that the Lord has set before you, not some illusion of of this world, the illusions of the heathen, the figment of the imaginations of the distractions that this world used to entice people. All right. And then it says in verse 3, He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor. So you're not, consuming away your time with fruitless conversation, man. You know, always have something irrelevant to dwell on. That's what backbiting, leads to, man. Irrelevant, you know, distractions, man, that do not bring any fruits meet for repentance. So you have to know exactly how valuable your time is, your energy, your focus. All right. Nor doeth evil to his neighbor. All right. So you're always seeking ways on how to uplift a brother, man. Whether it's through your lessons, through your communication, even being in the brother's presence, you should always have words of encouragement and words of wisdom, to strengthen a brother's spirit, you know. Yeah, all that text messaging stuff does not really help. If you get a chance to call, you call. If you get a chance to speak with a brother in person, you speak, But the text messaging parts, don't depend on that too much, man. You know, nor take it up or reproach against his neighbor. All right, so you're not looking for faults in your brother to capitalize on, man. And use it as a as a as a ace in the hole card. When a brother does something, all that stuff. Yeah, so you're not basically harboring resentment against a brother. You have to learn how to forgive. Forgiveness is part of this ministry. All right, you have to learn how to forgive. It's a test. It's a test. When a brother does, something wrong unintentionally, even intentionally, it's a test on your character before the Lord of Mashiach Yahushua Bashim Kakadash, how you're going to address the situation. All right, you shouldn't be taking anything personally. We're all supposed to be spiritual, man, because we're all drinking from the same spiritual fountain. So you have to learn how to conduct, yourself as such. All right, yeah, because that's what it is, man. You can't be carnal in a congregation of spiritually minded individuals, man. We're here to uplift each other spiritually, so you have to learn how to be in tune with your spiritual obligations. All right, just remember that your spiritual obligations are very, very important to be concentrated on. All right, and that's just what it is. Okay, so yeah. You know what? I'm not going to read the whole chapter, but I'm just going to get some key points there. So we go to the book of Ephesians. All right. If the Lord wills it, I'll finish up the rest of the verses. But let's check out the book of Ephesians. All right, because it's all about getting yourself ready. For redemption. All right, getting yourself prepared for that call at midnight. Okay, so Ephesians chapter 4, look at verse 21. All right, so it's basically telling you about Yahweh Shai's character and how you're supposed to adjust your mindset to fit that. Okay, yeah, so it tells you, verse 20, when you read from, even from the top, it tells you about the things in this ministry that are dear to the heart of the Lord of Mashiach Yahushai. All right, remember that. All right, see, verse 15 says what? Actually, verse 14, it says is that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine. All right, so remember that, man, by the sleight of man and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Okay, so you gotta speak the truth, man. That's what the Lord expects of us. All right, Psalms 15 addresses that properly. It gives you an idea of how to gauge your spirit. Okay, all right, verse 2, Psalms 15 and 2 says, He that walketh uprightly and walketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. Yeah, so those are simple principles you have to know how to apply. Even a child knows exactly what a parent tells him or her to do. All right, so that's just how it is, man. There's no need to be deceptive with the word of the Lord. You just have to be straight to the point. You gotta, be a straight shooter. You know, your spiritual mindset should be governing, your actions in this world. You don't bring the attitude of a worldly conversation into this ministry and expect it to be a part of the foundation. It doesn't make no sense. That's how camps fall apart. That's how brothers fall out of the truth because they refuse to allow that mindset of the flesh be purged. You know, every day is a day of atonement. Every day is a day of purging out the leaven that's not necessary for your growth. Okay, conversations that are not fruitful, just let it go, man. It's not gonna bring any more improvement to the ministry. It's just a flash in the pan. You want the proper nutrition to be in this doctrine. Okay, so that's just what it is. So yeah. So verse 15, Ephesians 4:15 says, "But speaking the truth in love, may grow up into Him in all things, which is the head, even Hamashiach Yahushua." So you're supposed to grow. All right, grow. All right, grow with the truth. With the mindset focused on love. All right. Yeah. Then 16 says, "From whom the whole body fitly joined together." All right. So that's the unity of the spirit. Everybody is communicating. They get their responsibilities and obligations taken care of and compacted by that which every joint supplied, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part. So brothers are communicating, they're cooperating, and they're getting the job done. Okay, like a well-oiled machine, make it increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love. Yeah, that's how the body gets strengthened and healthy. Okay, and hey, that's what it takes, to grow in this ministry. That's how the camps, grow in quality and in size. Okay, that's all it is, man. This word of the Lord is all about increase. It's all about purification that leads to increase. Improving the quality of the body. That's what the Lord expects from us. All right, improving our quality on a daily basis. Okay, yeah. So that's just what it is. Verse 17 says, "This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles work, in the vanity of their minds." See that? Yeah, so you have to learn, to know what is right and wrong in this ministry. Yeah, so just the point, man. I wanted to read 21 and 25, but hey, this is good enough. So let's go to Proverbs chapter 28. Let's see what verse 4 says. All right. It says, "They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them." All right. So now you know there is no unity between those that forsake the law and those that keep the law. Okay, there is no unity. All right, you cannot be keeping a company, with two thirds, man, acting as if you so much unity, there's so much camaraderie. You have to learn, that there's a separation. Okay, yeah, Proverbs 11:21 talks about though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So, yeah, just remember that, man. Just remember that you don't want to be a partaker, of that judgment when the wicked are being judged by the Lord. All right, Proverbs chapter 28, verse 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. So there's always a conflict between the righteous and the wicked, right? Between the flesh and the spirit. So you're supposed to keep that quality of contention, man. That disagreement has to be there. As a spiritual person, you do not condone the works of darkness. So you have to know exactly how to avoid such traps. Okay, it's a tug of war. All right, you have to understand that. It's either you're drawn towards the light or you're drawn towards darkness. You have to make a choice. Remember that. You know, drawn towards the light or drawn towards darkness. That's something you have to deal with. Every brother in this ministry, even the sisters, too have to deal with it. That's why Psalm chapter 15 exists. To help you apply your spiritual compass. All right, that's just what it is. There's a gravitational pull towards each side of the spectrum, and you have to know exactly, the pressure that you have to apply, the force you have to apply to go in the direction that you're supposed to go. All right, so hey, don't fall, don't fall backwards, man. You're looking towards redemption. You're looking for redemption, so it's better. You gravitate towards light. All right, just remember that. Okay, so yeah, that's just what it is. And the verse 5 says, "Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things." So remember this, man. This is your bread and butter. All right, you're supposed to understand your value as the Israelites. All right, your value, you have to assess your value. Okay, remember that you don't ignore the value of the ministry, to you. Okay, before the Lord, in fact. So you have to learn how to, appraise, just like you have this real estate appraisals. Yeah, you gotta do some appraisal on yourself, on your life, man, on your actions, on your speech, even on your lessons too. So remember that, man. Yeah. So just do what is necessary for you to get the profit, man. You want to cut on that profit, just like the real estate agent. Yeah, you want to cut on that profit when the Lord decides to close the deal. All right. So Jeremiah chapter 18. Let's see what verse 19 says. All right. Yeah. See that? Verse 19, Jeremiah 18:19. Give heed to me, O Lord, Yahweh Shemashah Bashem Kakadash, and hearken to the voice of them that contend with me. Yeah, so you have to understand that you will deal with contention. You will deal with the oppression from our people, even from the heathen, against this ministry. All right? You remember that. Yes, you want the Lord to consider, your dealings with these people. All right. Every idle word that comes against you, you want the Lord to take note of it. All right. Now, verse 20 says, "Shall evil be recompensed for good?" All right. Shall evil be recompensed for good? All right. Are you going to be an enemy to these people because you tell them the truth of the Lord Amashak Yamashai? That's a question. That's what you want the Lord to be aware of. For they have digged a pit for my soul. See that? For they have digged a pit for my soul. All right, they've laid up snares, you know. Yeah, they're seeking to bury you alive. All right. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them and to turn away thy wrath for them. Yeah, so that's how messed up, the experience of the prophets can be. When you have two thirds just, applying a constant barrage of slander and negative energy towards you, it has an impact. But what can you do? You just have to let the master know, that they don't want to receive the report. So that's what it is. A lot that's already told you ahead of time. You're gonna have to deal with contention. All right, you shall have tribulations. Okay, yeah, Isaiah 6 and 9. Yeah, so that's just what it is, man. You have to deal with the hard-headedness of our people, the stiff neck of our people. It's just something that you take account of. All right. Yeah. So let's get another precept from the book of Sirach, chapter 42 and verse 8. What does it say? Be not ashamed. Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and the foolish. So that's words from the Lord. Do not be ashamed to warn the unwise and foolish of our people, the Israelites, all right? The so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, all right? Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and the foolish and extreme aged that contend with those that are young. Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men living. Okay, so that's just what it is. Words of encouragement. Yeah, do not give up, because of the stiff-neckedness of our people, the hard-headedness, the improprieties of our people. All right, the improper behavior of our people. Once you've given them the doctrine of repentance, do not lose sleep, over them not receiving the word of the Lord. You've done your part. Ezekiel tells you that, man. The word of the Lord to Ezekiel tells you about warning the righteous and the unrighteous, concerning the wicked deeds, Yeah, so you can deliver your soul. Yeah, because the Lord wants our people to return unto Him with a pure heart, in spirit and in truth. So it's just what it is, man. So the Lord has told you, do not be ashamed about His word. Okay, yeah, Yahushua even said that, to His apostles. You shouldn't be ashamed of His testimony. All right, so that He will not be ashamed of you in the time, of your redemption before the Father. Yeah, so you just have to remember those moments. So let's go to Second Peter chapter 2. Look at verse 4. Let's see. Okay, Second Peter chapter 2, verse 4. Yeah, for if Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down, okay, let's see, to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. Okay, so this is the situation of our people, man. Israelites, man, Yasharala. They have to deal with the judgments of the Lord. When you're stuck with the flesh, man, you feel entrapped. by the vibrations of darkness, the vibrations of unrighteousness, ignorance. It has a stronghold. So when the Lord, finally breaks the chains, you know, breaks the chains of darkness, then you are enlightened. You are enlightened. Once the Lord breaks the chains of darkness, you are, you know, available, to partake of the light, the light of salvation, the doctrine of life. Okay, and that's just what it is, man. You know, the doctrine of the grave has no more hold or dominion over you once the Lord has set you free. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, and then verse 5 talks about, spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. So you see that, man. So this Psalms chapter 15 goes well with 2nd Peter. When you compare it to the life of Noah, the life of Lot, then you know that that's our spiritual roadmap, our spiritual compass, our spiritual GPS. All right, that's how you survive the pitfalls of this modern day world, the world of the so-called white man, the world of Esau, all right, the world of the serpent, the world of the dragon. All right, so you know exactly what you got to deal with. Okay, and then it says in verse 6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemning them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So there's enough information given to our people to remember how the Lord destroyed the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, how the Lord brought judgment upon them because of their ways of life, because they were consumed by the pitfalls of the flesh. All right, and then verse 7 says, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Okay, yeah, so that's just a situation you have to be aware of. And then, yeah, the Lord always has his eyes on the elect as the apple of his eye. Okay, verse 8, for that righteous man dwelling among them in seeing and hearing. So he was observing the evil lifestyle of the people of Sodom and Gomorrah and the other cities. All right, vexed his soul. All right, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. And that's what happens, when you're not in rulership. You basically are powerless. You do not make the rules for the society. All right, when the wicked are in authority, you see how the society falls, into shambles. So that's the same situation that Lot found himself. He wasn't the king of Sodom and Gomorrah. He was just one of the noblemen in there that was pissed off, you know, and that's just what it is. He just had to, maintain his course, his focus on the Lord. All right. And then verse 9 says, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So that's something perfect for us to meditate on. Okay. The Lord has the perfect formula for our deliverance. So, yeah, you just deal with it, the way the Lord has called you to deal with it. Just don't, burn down your mind because you're upset. You just let the Lord, give you the guidance to navigate through this, you know, society filled with thorns and briars and serpents and scorpions. Every mischievous character that you come across, the Lord is going to guide you on how to deal with them, all right, in a peaceful manner, to protect your salvation, okay? So Galatians chapter 6, let's see, yeah, verse 15 and 16, it just something, to keep your mind at ease, keep you comforted, all right? Yeah, so Galatians 6 and 15, for in Yahushua Mashiach neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature, all right? So it's not really about the flesh, it's about the mind. The mind has to be renewed, okay? The mind has to be renewed. You have to be reborn, all right, in the image that the Lord Amashak Yahushai, wanted us to always have. You have to be gravitating towards that image, all right, towards that communication, towards that signal that the Lord Amashak Yahushai has set before us, okay? And then verse 16, and as many as walk according to this rule, right, the rule of becoming a new creature, not just in words, but also in deeds, okay? Peace be on them and mercy, all right, peace, so your mind will be stable, to process the words of salvation, the words of redemption, all right, and mercy. Just like Lot received mercy, just like Noah received mercy, you're going to get mercy too, all right, and mercy and upon the Israel of Yahweh, and that's what it is. So you have to keep yourself occupied about being a new creature, man. You're no longer living as the old man. You have to live as a new man. So it's about being a new creature. It's about being renewed daily. That's exactly what Psalms chapter 15 is about. A constant renewal of your mind. You're purging. The more your mind gets cleansed, the newer, the purer you become. Okay, as you are fellowship with the men of the Lord. Yeah, and that's what it is. That's what it is. And just read us Psalms 15 and 4 and 5. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned. All right, remember the case of Lot and Noah. But he honoreth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own hurt and change it not. So once you've made your mind to stick with the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, you're going to have to deal with the mockery and the abuse of this world. Yeah, so that's what it is. Just the Lord Amashak Yahushua had to go through his hour of temptation, hour of persecution. You're going to have to go through your dark hours too. So, and, you're going to come out renewed, improved, new and improved. That's what it is. All right, verse 5 says, he that putteth not out his money to usury. So you're not getting caught up in the principles of this world, the principle of usury. You don't want to abide with that lifestyle, despite it being legal. Interest rates are legal, but the application of it is not mind. It's not a mind. The Lord wants a righteous man to be adopted among the Israelites, among his own people, okay? Nor taketh a reward against innocent. All right, so that's what it is, man. You're not making merchandise of the brotherhood. You're not making merchandise of your own people. Yeah, that's what the Lord is warning us against. You're not making merchandise of your own people. You're not selling them out. All right. You're not making a killing of their ignorance, of their simplicity. All right. You're supposed to uplift your people and guide them out of the ways of darkness. All right. That's your number one objective. And if they do not want to come along, that's on them. But do not capitalize on their unfruitfulness and use it to your advantage. All right. And then he that doeth those things, he that doeth these things shall never be moved. So, yeah, you just have to understand what the Lord has called you to do. All right. What the Lord has set as a standard for you to focus your actions on, your deeds on, so that you have a firm foundation. Yeah, that's just what it is, man. You know, the more you do the will of the Lord in righteousness and in truth, the less the negative accusation will be able to stick. Okay, yeah, there'll be the evidence of accusations will not be valid, would not hold. Right, the accusations will not have any foundation. That's just what it is. All right, you will not, lose any sleep over any false allegation, man. You know, all these falsehoods that Babylon likes to push. You know, it will not take hold because you're innocent before the Lord. So you already know your faith is already unmovable and steadfast. So that's the point that I can, Bashim El Shai, Bashim Kakadash. You have to learn to use Psalms 15, as your moral compass, as your spiritual compass. In a world that's dominated by darkness, in a world with contentions against unrighteousness. Okay, yeah. So that's what it is, man. As a man of the Lord, you have to know that you're gonna deal with the unfruitful works of darkness that's consuming the lives of our people, and yeah, don't get drawn into that life, man. It's not helpful. It's not necessary. It's not needful. For your growth in this ministry. You've been delivered from that vibration. So why go back to that channel again? Yeah, so you just stay in the same channel Lord has given unto you, for you to gain the necessary information to grow in spirit and in truth. So that's the point there. Baratis I been edified and Kalhamillah, Yahabashima Shai, Bashim Kakadash. To the next lesson, Shalom.